going on, guys? John, Neuropath Health. Um, this truck talk is going to be a little different, and I'm going to venture into another part of Neuropath Health that I've been holding back for a little while, and it's all about food, nutrition, nutrients, all of that good stuff. And long story short, you are what you eat. And I, this is just my N equals 1 experience. Sorry. This is just my N of 1 experience, and with getting into my mid 30s, obviously your metabolism changes, and it sucks. It is what it is, but you have to take the adjustment steps necessary, not only for your metabolism's sake, your body's sake, but for your own sake mentally as well. I've said it before, I used to be an athlete back in the day, and it seemed like I could eat whatever the heck I wanted, and I could go right into the weight room with minimum warm up and just get right under a bar and start going, and that's just not the case anymore. So I ballooned up to pushing 220 pounds, and I'm only 5'9", so that's way too much. And my ideal weight is somewhere around like mid to upper 180s, maybe the low 190s. That would be ideal for me at this point in time. And, you know, I'm sure you guys have heard the testimonies before. Like when you balloon up, especially with a wife and kids, like you just don't feel good. You get tired, you're fatigued easy, you don't have the energy you used to. Maybe your knees hurt going up and down the steps. You can't pick things up that you feel like you should be able to, and it just wears on you, and you're just kind of like, what the heck happened here? And in all reality, it's just life. And you know, being young and naive, you think you're invincible. Like, I get it. We all fall for it. We all feel that way at times. And long story short, it's life, man. More responsibilities get added to you, and more blessings get added to you. Let me just say that instead. And with those blessings can be responsibilities. So, long story short, I've dove into nutrition for such a long time, and with the problems that I currently have and the problems that I've had in the past, I'm just sick of it. You just get sick of it. You get sick and tired of being sick and tired. And here's the change that's going to happen. And I know there's arguments on both sides of the aisle that both of what I'm about to say will work for people, and I fully agree with you. But right now, with where I'm at in life and my activity level, I think a high-fat, low-carb approach is going to be the best for me personally. Now, again, on the other side of the aisle, it's high-carb, low-fat. That camp can work, but with where I'm at right now, I want to be as sensitive to insulin as I possibly can, especially with my age. And I want to set the example, not only for me, but for the people around me as well. That's one of my whys. But also, I just want to be a good steward of this temple. And if I can help serve other people with what I'm sharing, with what I'm doing, I'm going to do it. So, long story short, you guys can go out there and learn all about insulin. But long story short, insulin is a hormone that changes the glucose in your system. It's pretty much released to get glucose out of the bloodstream and into cells. Excess glucose can be stored into glycogen in the liver for, a circumstance where your body's just burning through everything. It can break down glycogen and release glucose into the bloodstream to be used as fuel. Long story short. But the problem is, especially here in America, with our standard American diet, everything's junk food. It's loaded with processed garbage. There's tons of sugar added. It's carb overload, And here too, sometimes you get FOMO. You get fear of missing out because, oh, hey, grandma just made the best pumpkin pie ever. have some, well, that slice turns into half the pie. Like, I get it, man. Pumpkin pie is my kryptonite. So instead of being disciplined, you just feed the flesh, quite literally. So long story short, over an extended time, your body's just not as sensitive to insulin, and then you got your blood glucose going through the roof, and that's where a lot of problems can start to occur. And for me, I'm just sick of it. So we're gonna go high fat, low carb for for the next 30 to 40 days, give or take. We're gonna say around 6 weeks. And there's gonna be a biochemical change. You know, the bile from the gallbladder is the chemistry in that's gonna change, you know, and through some time with some adaptation, you're just gonna get right back up on the horse and start going again. Not a problem. And if you guys are doing blood work, your fasting insulin, you know, you want it to be somewhere, based on the research I've done, ideally you want it 5 or less. But if you're somewhere around 10, you're going to be all right. My goal is to be somewhere around a 5. And, you know, once we get through the next 6 weeks, give or take, and I've dropped weight, I feel better, maybe I'm leaner, I've put on more muscle as well, I feel stronger, you know, we'll take the next step with our approach to carbs from that moment on. But, you know, one step at a time. And once we get there, you know, we'll just reassess. We'll see what the scale's reading, how the weights are moving, how I'm feeling personally, and seeing how some of these symptoms that I have are at that point in time. So long story short, it's just like a bird's eye view of my plan for the next few weeks. And I just wanted to lay it out for you guys. Excuse me. And then we're just going to take it as we go. Yeah, so I'm going to create a playlist, and we'll just upload you guys. Excuse me. I will upload videos to that list, ideally every week. I'll let you guys know what's going good, what's going bad, and we'll just take it from there. I'm also going to show you guys what I'm eating, what I'm planning, how I'm doing it with my life. You know, working full-time and doing this, you know, it can create a little bit of a time constraint, but I enjoy doing this, and if I can serve you guys, by all means, I'm going to do it. And yeah, looking forward to letting you guys know what's going on and showing you guys the process, the journey, and how we're going to do it. And I forgot to say, next week the video is going to be about how I'm meal prepping, what I'm eating inside this vehicle, and how my training's going. Whether it's all good or bad, you guys are going to see it all. And I appreciate you guys watching. Tune in next week to see it.